Hi, I'm Corey Shepard. I'm honored to be your 2016 president. And this is The Scoop presented by the Greater San Diego Association of Realtors. I'm here today to report on the December 2015 statistics. So for sold listings in 2015, on the category of detached homes compared to previous month, we had an increase of 16%. In the attached home category, compared to the previous month of November, there was an increase of 17%. In detached homes, compared to a year ago, there was a 9% decrease. In attached homes, compared to a year ago, it remained unchanged. As you can see, we had a great finish to the year 2015, and statistics and sales were up in both detached and attached in December over November. And now on to median prices. Detached, compared to the previous month, had a 1% increase, and attached homes, compared to previous month, had a 6% increase. Detached, compared to a year ago, a 9% increase, and attached homes, compared to a year ago, a 10% increase. I have a guest I'd like to welcome with me today, Jane Reinheimer. Jane has served as a member of the California Association of Realtors Exclusive Strategic Defense Panel since its inception in 2005, and also currently serves as a member of SDAR's Risk Management Committee. Jane serves as counsel for many real estate brokerages and will be speaking today on cybercrime impacting realtors. Jane, welcome.
Thank you, Corey.
I know we have a panel of experts speaking on this topic at our upcoming New Laws Breakfast, but tell me a little bit about this type of crime and why realtors are susceptible to it.
Thanks so much for having me, Corey, and I'd love to talk about it. I think it's wonderful that the local and state and national associations are paying so much attention to this issue. It's a really hot topic in the real estate transaction, and it's a really new and developing topic, legally speaking. 12 to 15 months ago, no one had heard of this kind of crime, but now it's really on the uptick, and it's really important that members and their affiliates understand what the crime is and how the real estate licensee tends to be targeted in these kinds of crimes. You have a very sophisticated group of people who essentially insinuate themselves into a pending real estate transaction, bide their time, and then when the time is right, they attack and they hijack information about the transaction so that they can get money delivered to some place where it wasn't intended to go. And unfortunately, too often, the real estate agent is the portal for that initial contamination of the transaction. It's typically often the listing agent that is the first victim in that their email gets compromised, and then the bad guys, if you will, can insinuate themselves in all portions of the transaction, the buyer, the seller, the escrow agent, and so forth.
So normally, Jane, we think about real estate as agents, and we think about disclosure and things we need to do to protect ourselves and our clients, but we don't think about cybercrime. So what are the things that we really need to learn about that we're not thinking about today about how to protect ourselves from cybercrime?
This is really a whole different issue from what we're normally thinking about in terms of protecting our principals in a real estate transaction. The most important thing the real estate licensee can do is make sure that they're not using their email in places that aren't protected. So make sure that you don't use a free email service. Make sure that you're not sitting at your favorite coffee place emailing about your transactions. It's hard to discipline yourselves to do that, but you need to make sure that you're not using free networks. Do things like change your passwords frequently. Make sure that you're not sending sensitive information like bank accounts and routing numbers and so forth. Don't put those out in cyberspace. Try to keep those communications the old-fashioned way, hand delivery, snail mail, that kind of thing, and make sure that your employees and your transaction coordinators and people who work with you are also aware of the risk so that they don't inadvertently compromise a transaction.
So Jane, when we receive communications from our bank, it comes in the way of an encrypted email. In your opinion, is encrypted email something that's in the future for the real estate industry and real estate agents to use?
It's a really good question, and I think it is. Actually, I think it will eventually become a standard of care issue for the real estate licensee community, that emails be encrypted. But in the meantime, it might be a good idea for your members to have that discussion with their IT personnel, see about getting out in front of that and how they can be sort of on the forefront as opposed to on the tail end of offering that kind of additional protection to their clients.
Great advice. Well, Jane, thanks so much for being with us today. We appreciate it, and we'll look forward to learning more about cybercrime on February 9th at our Laws event.
Thanks, Corey.
Thank you, Jane. I'm Corey Shepard, and this has been The Scoop.